back or welcome. Today we have a little bit of a change of scenery. We're at my bookshelf and we are doing just basically it all yapping about the books on my bookshelf that I've read. Like series, popular ones, not so popular ones, whether I'd recommend them or not. And yeah, I'm just gonna go through them, talk about them. I'm so sorry I haven't posted a video in that long. Well, it's been a while. I've been so tired and I've been trying to get to it. But yeah, well, now I have, and well, let's get into it. Alright, well, before we get into it, I'm just gonna move the TBR cart out of the way. And so now we have a full view of the bookshelf. Oh, sorry about that in the corner. And yeah. Okay, so my filming stand is seriously not cooperating with me today. So I'm gonna be filming this by hand, so if it's a bit shaky or weird or the angles go up and down like this, I'm sorry, but yeah, I guess we'll have to make do. So I'm just gonna go over it like this in a quick overview. Sorry about the background noise, that's my dog. But yeah, that is basically it. And we also have another stack of books right here, from here upwards. And these are also books that I've read. It's just, my bookshelf is full. And actually I may be redoing my room and putting it, like, well, it's a surprise, but bookshelves in there. I'm not gonna say exactly how, but I'm gonna be doing it for my birthday, which is actually coming up. It's November 12th, so yay. But yeah, and I'm super excited to do that, and by then hopefully I'll have enough space to put all of these in and have extra space for new books to come too. But yeah, so instead of going up from here, I think I'm gonna start with this stack since, you know, it's a bit more precautious and can fall. But yeah, I'm just gonna go through them one by one and tell you guys just a quick brief, you know, kind of whether I'd recommend them or not. And if you guys have any other questions, please leave them below in the comments. And yeah, basically, I keep on saying that. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm really tired. All right, starting off with The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. This is actually not technically, but also technically the second book. The first book is this book by Sarah Adams, The Cheat Sheet. I'll just bring that out and we can do them together. All right, well, we have The Cheat Sheet and The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. Sarah Adams is honestly one of my favorite close door romance authors. She is amazing. I love her books so much. I've read pretty much all of her books, except for, I think, To Con a Gentleman and the second one in that duology, but I cannot wait to read those. And I do have other books of hers on my bookshelf, so I'll probably be going over them briefly too. But yeah, they don't say it, but these two books are actually connected. So the order that you read them in is The Cheat Sheet, and then you go on to The Rule Book. But what they don't say is that The Cheat Sheet actually goes with this character, the main guy character. In this book, it's his teammate who's like the main character in the Rule Book. So yeah, that's just something to watch out for. Also, all of Sarah Adams' books are closed door, except for this one where there's one scene which she puts a disclaimer of in the beginning of the book, and that's easily skippable. So you can just skip over that and then move on. And so yeah, I absolutely adore them. This one is a Friends to Lovers. It's one of the first book talk books I've ever read. And this one is a second chance, sort of enemies to lovers, because they're enemies in the beginning, but it's mostly second chance, and they're both so cute. So basically, if I didn't already mention this before when I said it, the overview, what I meant was yap, but basically what I said when I meant short was kind of gonna go through them with like a yes, no, maybe, and then a small brief kind of reason why. Those two were both 100% yeses, absolutely amazing. But yeah, because, you know, quick rapid fire, get through loads, and then you guys can see my opinions on a lot of them. Next, we have another duology, and if you've been following me for a while, or if you have my Goodreads or whatever, you'll know that I'm a huge Lynn Painter fan. Absolutely love her books. This is a duology of her books. Honestly, just amazing. I absolutely love this duology, and she never fails to impress. Moon Painter is an amazing author, and she writes really good YA and adult romances. So just choose your pick, and they're really, really good. I absolutely love them. Both of them, yes. Then we have Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This is the second book in a series, standalone, so just watch out for that. You can still read this series. It'll just kind of show like the couple, but anyway, her books are usually in dual point of views, so you kind of know who they're gonna get with anyway, and the first book isn't like a love triangle, none of them are. So yeah, this was really cute. I think it would be a yes for like cute romances. If you want like an amazing, incredible, you know, oh my gosh, this is one of the best romances I've ever read, this probably isn't for you. It wasn't for me. Honestly, I love the first book in the series much more than the second book. I don't have the first book physically, but yeah, it was a really cute, like, sweet read. It didn't live up to my expectations personally, but yeah, I think it was like yes, at worst a maybe. So yeah. Then we have The Dating Plan by Sarah Desai. This is I think, brother's best friend. I can't remember whether it was best friend's brother or brother's best friend. I think this is a brother's best friend, and it was the second book in a series, again, a standalone connected, and I didn't realize that when I bought it, but you don't have to, I don't think you don't have to read the first book to kind of get it. It's just like connected standalones, you know, different couples each book. There are certain series where you do have to read them, so be sure to check out if the book's in a series or not before you get it. But this one was, I still read it. This one was like a maybe / yes. It was cute. It wasn't, oh, sorry, my dog. Sorry about that. This was like, it wasn't anything incredibly special, but yeah, it was pretty cute, and honestly, I really liked it. It was her best friend's brother. Okay, so best friend's brother, not brother's best friend, but yeah. Up next, we have Girl Abroad by Elle Kennedy. I also love Elle Kennedy. I think she's honestly another one of like one of the top romance authors, like personally in my opinion, because I love the Off-Campus series and the Briar U series. They're both so good. But, and I know I'm gonna get some hate for this, but honestly, this one was just a big fat no for me. It was really not good at all, in my opinion. I was so excited to read this book because I was like, oh my gosh, it's, oh, sorry about that. But this one was her, like one of her newest releases. And like when it came out, when I bought it and read it, and I was so excited to read it, but I just like, it really, the characters annoyed me. The love triangle annoyed me. I felt like they were so immature, and this really wasn't like anything good in my opinion. It really just, all it did was annoy me. I didn't like how it ended, and it was just, I just wanted to strangle the book characters. But trust me when I say this, I love Elle Kennedy. It's just this one was like a bad egg for me, and so it would be a no. I really did not like this. Moving on to the next one, The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. Yes, immediately yes. This one is actually turned into a movie, and when I first started it, I was like, ooh, you know, I didn't really like it. But when I watched the movie, I got more of like a visual kind of representation, because in like, this is an office romance. So when I felt like when I first read it, when Sally Thorne like described it, it was kind of like it scared me because there wasn't that much, you know, describing of like the setting. So in my mind, they were practically in like prison cells for offices, and that just like ruined that for me. But when I watched the movie and I was like, oh, that's what it looks like, it kind of scared me less, and I was like, okay, we're good. And I actually like read it and really enjoyed it because it was a really cute romance, and I'm really glad that I did. So this is definitely a yes for me. Next up, we have Christina Lauren's new book, newish book, Tangled Up in You. And it is actually the fourth book in the series where different authors write different books in the series. But when I saw this was a Rapunzel and Flynn Rider retelling, I was like, yeah, I'm not buying the rest of the books and having to go through it. I'm just reading this. And I don't think you really need to buy the rest of the books. It's just kind of, I don't know if it's connected, but I don't think so far. So I'm definitely going to be buying the rest of the book. Oh my gosh. Buying the rest of the books in this series. But I'm glad that I read this first. Honestly, most of Christina Lauren's books before in the past have been like, you know. I was like, they're not that great. And when you see me go through some of them that are on my bookshelves, you're going to see me go, they're okay. But this one was spectacular. Absolutely loved it. So good. Absolute yes for me. I love the retelling. I'm such a Rapunzel and Flynn girly, and yeah, I really love this. Next, we have Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, and I've seen so many good things. When I saw that Ali Hazelwood said that Julie Soto is her favorite writer, I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to read this. And at first, I was like, why do people like this? It's a bit weird. And then I actually got through the book, and it was a definite yes for me. Such a cute second chance romance. I love the way that the flashbacks versus like past versus present were like timed, kind of like Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren, which was like, well, I'll be getting to that later, but this one was pretty cute, honestly, and yeah, it was a yes. I really liked the way it was timed. I really like the second chance romance, and I think these two are practically soulmates. Next up, we have The Dove by Cody Keplinger. Absolute 100%, 1000% yes. 6-star read for me. I read this in like 3 hours. I binge read this, okay? It's not that big, and I binge read this. And then as soon as I finished it, I took like a half an hour break to like shower or something, and then I went back and read it again. I swear to God, and I've read it like 5 times now. This is honestly one of my favorite books, period. One of the best romances I've ever read. I watched the movie before I read the book. I didn't realize it was a book first. They're like this, it's the same kind of like, I don't know, kind of not background, but it's the same, the storyline, that's what I'm gonna say. It's kind of like the same, but the way it plays out, like obviously it's like, you know, one of those where it's an enemies to lovers in the movie, enemies to lovers in the book. But the stories are completely different. It's as in, you kind of just have to read it and watch the movie to see what I mean. If you want to watch the movie first, go for it. It's not going to spoil anything about the book. If you want to read the books first, oh my gosh. If you want to read the book first, go for it. Absolutely up to you. I loved both of them. Movie and book are 6 stars. Amazing, incredible. Go read this. Next up, we have All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Immediately, 100% yes. I love Mariana Zapata. She became one of my favorite authors after reading like 2 of her books. This is probably the 3rd book I read. I buddy read it with a friend on Book Talk. Amber sometimes reads. Go follow her if you haven't already. And so good. Immediately 5 stars. Love the cover, love the characters, love the found family, love the single dad romance, love the enemies to lovers, love the grumpy ex sunshine, loved everything about this book. So good. Love Mariana Zapata's writing. I've said love so many times. I just love this in general. Love everything about it. Then we have Fake Dates and Mooncakes. This is an LGBTQ romance, fake dating. So cute. Yes. Really, really short read. It's like 250 pages, maybe 300. Really short, really cute. Absolutely amazing. Just really, like, honestly, I don't know how to say it else. It's like just such a cute, whimsical, like, adorable read. And I love these characters. I love this book. Yeah. Then we have a possibly more familiar one, My Life with the Okay, starting again. My Life with the Walter Boys by Ali Novak. This one is now a Netflix TV show. The first book in the series is also out, and if anybody's asking, yes, it does go by the same timeline. You get much more insight in the book than the TV show. Personally, I love the TV show more. This book was maybe like, it was a maybe, but it was also yes, because I've watched the TV show and I loved the TV show. But I don't know, it was still really cute. I just preferred the TV show, definitely, which is saying something since, well, that. But yeah, honestly, maybe leaning more towards the yes, but yeah. Last one in the stack, My Fault by Mercedes Ron. What did I say? Maybe to the last one, maybe to this one again. I mean, this one was, I watched the movie before I read the book, and I definitely enjoyed the movie much more than the book. The book gave me much more insight on, like, mentally what was happening and, like, more background info, but yeah, this one's like maybe the book, yes for the movie. I'm still gonna read like the rest of the series. It's just like, definitely preferred the movie. This one was still maybe. All right, moving this to the side. I'm laughing at myself because I'm so tired. I'm gonna be doing a lot of like weird kind of on crack things, so just bear with me, guys, okay? We're gonna go from the top row downwards, like all the way, and starting up there, I cannot, like, I do not have the patience to go and pick up every single one of those books, and also I want to get through them a bit faster since we have all of these to get through too, or at least the ones I've read. But Damsel, yes, so good, really good. I think it's important for everybody to read that. It gives such an important message. It's such a good book. There isn't any romance in it, which is saying something, because if you have been following me for a while, you know that I'm an absolute romance person in general. If I read fantasy, it has to have romance in it. I read romance, of course it's gonna have romance in it, but like, I'm such a romance girly, so that's saying something, and it's saying something as well that I thought it was like amazing, which I did. So definitely yes. Cinder, I read that a while ago. I still think it's like a maybe. I'm definitely gonna read the rest of the series. I don't know if it's a priority, probably not, but yeah. Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, maybe / no, like maybe leaning towards the no. Honestly, I really didn't like it. I didn't like how it ended. I didn't like how that messed with my brain. Like, it didn't mess with it in the good way. It messed with it in the like, seriously, why way, you know? It didn't really do it for me. I didn't see why it was so hyped up. I think I expected it for it to be like much better than it was, and it just didn't really like live up to what I thought it would be. So yeah. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, yes, that was such a good read. Super big, so be mentally prepared if you want to start it. But yeah, then we have the These Hollow Vows and These Twisted Bonds duology. Maybe / no. Honestly, it's a love triangle, and they ended up with, like, the main character ended up with the person that I wanted them to end up with, but it still was like a, I don't know, it just, I didn't really like the duology. It didn't do it for me. I found it quite annoying, and yeah, it took a lot in me to like finish These Twisted Bonds instead of just like kind of giving up and being like, whatever, I don't have the patience for it. The Blue Fairy book, it's been a while since I read that, but yeah, I read that when I was much younger. I got it from my grandma, so thanks grandma for that. But yeah, anyway, A Curse for True Love, definitely 100% yes. I have the full duology like in the other version down, and also with the Shadow and Bone. That's a special edition, so I'm gonna get to those later. Honestly, guys, I think that if I get like a special edition version, I'm gonna go and like tell you guys when I get to the normal version, unless it's like right next to it, or I only have the special edition version. The Hurricane Wars, yes, so good. I cannot wait for the sequel to come out. I love the Enemies to Lovers. Go read that. If you're in between getting like the regular paperback or the regular hardback, get the regular hardback. The naked hardcover, the actual like just, oh my gosh, I cannot think today. Like, this is just beautiful. There's a little ship kind of like flip thingy on the inside. I don't know, I have to show, but it's just amazing. Go watch my video where I showed all my special editions. I showed that one in there too. So pretty and so worth it. For literally, you're just paying for the regular one, or at least that's what I got. Skipping over Caraval because special edition, going over to My Lady Jane. Yes, so cute, but kind of more of a maybe yes, because for me, the TV show was so much better. I enjoyed that one so much more. So yeah, Powerless, Reckless, yes, definitely for both. Definitely enjoyed Powerless more, but I don't know why people are saying Reckless no or maybe, because it was still so good, and I think it was so important for their story. Divine Rivals, maybe yes. I think more of a yes, because I just loved the like aesthetic, and I loved the way the writing was and everything, because it was just so beautiful. Ruthless Vows, honestly, maybe / yes. I don't know why people didn't like it. I liked it. I think it was perfect for like kind of closing it up, you know. All of these, 100% yes, 1000% yes. Tahir Mafi never ever ever does any wrong. Yes. Then we have House of Earth and Blood. I have that here too. Yes, I honestly really enjoyed it. I'm going to continue with the House of Earth and Blood when I'm down here, because my arm is literally killing me. Then we have Girl, Goddess, Queen by Bea Fitzgerald. Yes, 100%, 5 stars. I think 6 stars maybe. But yeah, Twilight series, maybe / no. I honestly, this one's like a maybe, no. I just got so bored, I could not deal with it, and I did not want to like read it at the end. I was gonna DNF it, but I was like, okay, you know what, I got it for a present, I'm just gonna finish this thing. Then of course we have the iconic ACOTAR series. 100% yes, 1000% yes. Yes to all of these, 1000% yes to this. Then we have the Throne of Glass series. Honestly, yes for me. I loved it. I did not love it more than ACOTAR, because of course Silver Flames was just something else. It was like one of my 6-star reads, but I loved it all the same, and I loved the world. And yeah, and then House of Earth and Blood, yes, definitely, I loved it. I think you just kind of have to check, I don't know if there are trigger warnings, but just know your limits for like violence and like morbidness, because this book itself, I haven't read these two. This book is a very morbid, gore, violence, blood, all of that. It's literally in the name. But yeah, if you're okay with it, go ahead and read it. It's so good, so worth it. But if you're not, please be aware of that. Have not read these two. Then we have over here, The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song. Yes, so good. A Milan retelling with like a twist with the villain, which honestly I loved, and I cannot wait to read the rest of the series. And then you have these two, which are The Shadows Between Us and the Darkness Within Us by Tricia Levenseller. And yes to both of these, so good. I think there were like 5 to 6 stars for me, both of them. So good. Love them. Love the characters. This one is, they're about like, basically there's one sister story and then the other sister story. You get so much about the sisters, their relationship, both the point of views. You see how there are 2 different people but still so strong FMCs. Such good MCs. But yeah, really good series, and I love the sprayed edges, so yeah, definitely worth it. I did read Daughter of the Pirate King by Tricia Levenseller before I read these books, so I was very skeptical when I realized that they're the same author. But while I didn't love Daughter of the Pirate King, I loved this series, so yeah. Okay, so I'm debating romance or continue with the fantasy and then go to romance. Honestly, just because like I know some people are just here for the fantasy, we're gonna go into it. I'm just gonna let you know, all of our Riordan books immediately, 100,000% yes, like million times yes, all of them, all the series, all the standalones, all of them, 100 billion 1000% yes. Now the series that I'm actually currently reading, well, I'll explain. Yes. Have not read this one, or any of these. Again, Percy Jackson, I'm automatically 100,000% yes. So the way that I'm reading it, actually, you can go see the video I posted before this one, where I showed my book haul with these books, and I also talked about which order I'm going to be reading it. But right now I'm on the last book of this series, which again, watch that to see what I mean. But yeah, already I'm loving this series. I think it's honestly going to become one of my most favorite series. In the back there, we have the School for Good and Evil series, 100,000% yes. Inheritance Games, No. DNF the second book. I'm sorry for those of you who are Inheritance Game stands. I read the first book. I found it so boring. I was like, okay, maybe I'll get through the second book and I'll become more happy with it. I'll like it more. And then I'm sorry, I DNF'd it 7% through. I really could not deal with it. And then I thought, okay, maybe, like recently I thought, okay, maybe it was because I just wasn't in the right mindset, because I'd seen how so many people loved it and I really wanted to love it. I really wanted to see the hype. Even my best friend who read it, like, loved it. And so I reread the first book, but I couldn't get through it. It just really didn't do it for me, and I'm sorry, okay? I'm really sorry, because I'm genuinely really disappointed too. Getting down here, Heartless Hunter, yes / maybe, but probably yes. I really like this series. I think it might have been a teensy tiny bit overhyped, but it was still really good. I cannot say this one because I realized that I have to read an entire trilogy before it. So when I read it, I can't really base it off that. I need to kind of get context. 100,000% yes. 6-star read for me. Maybe. I don't know. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't anything special, but it was still okay. Assistant to the Villain. Yes. 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 Light Like a Night Bean. Yes. 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 So good. I'm a grim girly. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. But yeah, that's where I've taken sides with. And you have to read it, but I can't spoil anything, otherwise I'd say something, but I can't really say anything right now. Again, another 6-star read, Sorcery of Thorns, 100,000% yes. I cannot wait to read this tiny little novella afterwards. Maybe, yes. Like, maybe, yes. Honestly, I didn't really love this, but when I read this, I was like, oh, that was a cute, duology, and I love the love story that started in this book and finished in this book more than I did this one, if you know what I mean. Again, the Shatter Me series, 100% yes, Aaron Warner for life. I cannot wait to collect it in these special editions. They're so pretty. I'm just going to show the first book. We have, isn't that gorgeous? So good. Absolutely love the series. If you're thinking about reading it, definitely go and get the series. Just, start it or get the first book in the series. I don't know. They sell the full series as a set together, but I personally got, I borrowed it from a friend, the first book, and then when I loved it, I just binge read the rest of the series. And if you want to know the order, I posted the order on my shorts or TikTok or wherever you want to go check it. And yeah, then I think with the number of fourth wings that I have, that is self-explanatory. And for those of you who comment and are wondering, this is just the regular paperback. This is the one that I read because then I can kind of damage it a bit and not be too worried about it. This one is a first edition, and so lucky to have that, so grateful. And this is the special edition, which I'm super excited to have, and I looked everywhere for it. And I found it at a pretty good price too. And this is, of course, Iron Flame paperback, and I really want to get the hardcover of this one, but I still need to find it. I want to get it with the sprayed edges and stuff. Okay, let me go check who that is. Today I'm worse luck. I'm keep on getting interrupted. Sorry about that. Even though for you guys that'll only be a millisecond. The Belladonna trilogy, yes, so good. Love the way that Adeline Grace writes, and oh my gosh, only pet peeve I have is you see the size difference and how this one's so much higher than those. I don't know, that just annoys me a little bit, but yeah, so good. Love this trilogy, really cute. And I have not read the games Gods Play, but I love the sprayed edges. Then and I just realized that this is basically a bookshelf tour, I guess, in itself. So and there's this is so chaotic, I'm sorry guys, you know how chaotic I am in general, but the Harry Potter series, yes, love that. Obsidian, well, I think it's called the Obsidian series, Lux series, right? That's what it's called. The Lux series, yes, so good. Honestly, I enjoyed the beginning books more than these books, but they were still super good, and I need to get this book in the same covers as these. Of course, the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy, 100% yes, but definitely read Caraval, the series before you read this trilogy. They're both trilogies. Then I already went with Powerless and Reckless. Powerful, yes, this honestly would have been a 6-star read if it weren't for the ending. If you know, you know. But oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry again. I cried for like 20 minutes, but yeah. Otherwise, still a yes. Still so good. Still so beautiful. I don't regret reading it, but I also regret, but I do, if you know what I mean. These Violent Delights, honestly, a no. I'm still gonna read the second book in the duology just to see, because I know kind of how it ends, or I hope it ends differently, but it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling. But this book was a no. One word, insects. If you cannot deal with insects, please do not read this book. You'll like die like I did. Then we have the Cruel Prince trilogy. I think that this was honestly the first book talk series I've ever read in my entire life. It was the first, I remember the first video, the first short I ever posted on here was about this trilogy. It was like, what book am I reading today? I don't know. I remember now that like when I watch my old videos back, I cringe. I'm like, why did I post that? It's literally the worst quality that could have ever been posted. But I don't regret it. And if you guys have started accounts and you're scared to post, please just post, you know? It doesn't have to be with your face. It could be like what I'm doing. But just do it. It doesn't matter if it sucks. It doesn't matter if it's horrible. It gets better. Trust me, I went from having 25 views per video, I remember 25 or 28 views per video, now to getting thousands and thousands per video, which I'm so grateful for. And honestly, you guys, like a dream. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for all of this. It's amazing. It's incredible. It's unreal. Okay, after that, like, speech, we're gonna go into the Serpent and the Wings of Night and Ashes and the Stalker's King, the, two books in the Nightborn duology, which are also in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. Basically, if you guys know how the Boys of Tommen series goes, it's, these two books are for one couple, the next are for, in, like, other people's point of views, but they're still in the same world and they're still continuing these stories. So good. 100% yes. We'll definitely be reading the next books when they come out. Then we have the Caraval trilogy. Again, yes. Probably a less yes than the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. I love that trilogy way more, but still a yes. Then we have the Kingdom of the Wicked trilogy. Again, yes. Throne of the Fallen, yes. You read this trilogy before you read that book. Standalone-ish, not really standalone, continuing the series, but you have to read this series, otherwise this book has massive spoilers. But yeah, and another book, The Throne of Secrets, I think is coming out, and I will definitely be buying that, and I cannot wait to. This series, yes, maybe. Overall, yeah, probably a yeah. I cannot wait to read The Six of Crows now that I've read this series. But this one was definitely a yes. I love the first book much more than I like these two. Yes, again, Hunger Games, I really need to get to the series properly. Good Girls Guide to Murder, yes. And yes, even though the ending really depressed me. You know what happened. If you've read this book, you know what I mean. And also, other things that happened with people in this book, how injustice in the criminal system, if you know what I mean. This book made me want to choke somebody. Knock 'em Out series, immediately 100% yes. 6-star read for me. Comfort series, loved this series. If you've read this book and you are unsure about reading this book or reading this book, please read it. I was unsure, I just did it. Absolutely so worth it. I cannot believe I put it on for that long. So good. Then we have the Chestnut Spring series, again 100,000% yes. Probably one of my favorite series now. Heartless, 6-star read. Hopeless, 5.5 star read. And honestly, just one of the best series, again, that like I love Elsie Silver's writing. And when people say that like Flawless is, it gets better as it goes on, these two are my favorite, and these are still 5-star reads. This one I think was a 4.5 star read. So if you're discouraged by this one, please just continue the series. It gets so good. Then we have Wild Love. Again, yes, Elsie Silver, the only explanation. I still need to read Wild Eyes. I cannot wait. Happily Never After. Yes, Lynn Painter, only explanation. Then we have the Twisted series. Again, yes, one of the first book talk book series I've ever read. Twisted Lies is my favorite. Christian Harper, anybody? I'm sorry, I'm rapid firing through these. Keeper Velocities. Yes, please read it. My childhood. Amazing. Then we have this series. Again, yes, I need to reread this series because I remember absolutely loving it. Some of the cutest, sweetest MMCs and also some of the best scenes in there. But I don't remember too much about it, and I really, really, really want to because I loved it. So good. So yes, 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 please read it. From Lukov with Love. Yes, Mariana Zapata. Again, only explanation. Mr. Fixer-Upper by Lucy Score. Again, yes. But more of a maybe yes, because I still loved it because it was Lucy Score. It was just like, I don't know. I felt like the middle was kind of too much like back and forth third act breakups, but it still kind of worked out in the end. So I was like, yeah, sure. Collide, yes. Into a tiny bit of a maybe, but mostly yes. Out on Limb, yes, one of the cutest freaking romances I've ever read in my entire life. Please don't write it off because it's a pregnancy trope. I was going to, but then I read it and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was gonna write this off because this was like 5, almost 6 stars. One of the best romances. You may be like, okay, pregnancy trope, immediately no, nobody can ever make it right. Please, I'm begging you, give this a chance. It's so good. We're gonna go down here. The Bodyguard, another one of the first like proper closed-door romances I've ever read. Yes. The rom-comers, yes. Please don't like DNF it because of the ending, because it's not the ending. You just have to read on, okay? I promise you, it's amazing. I love these 2 books. Read The Bodyguard before the rom-comers because they're in the same world. Happy Place by Emily Henry. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. I read People We Meet on Vacation by her, or You and Me on Vacation. Both the same thing, but same book as in, just different titles. And I didn't really adore it. I'm gonna get into that later. But this one, 100% yes, so good. All the Lynn Painter books, yes, 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 yes. You probably heard of Better Than the Movies by her. That's like her most popular one on Book Talk. Betting on You is my favorite, honestly, out of all her books. Old Flames and New Fortunes, such an underrated book. 6-star read for me, so cute. It's by Sarah Hogel. You Deserve Each Other, again by Sarah Hogel. So cute. Absolutely adored it. Love and Other Words, probably a maybe. I mean, I didn't love it, but I still liked it. I just felt like it was a bit much at the end. It was really random how they went from 0 to 100 and like the whole, oh, I'm gonna pour out all my emotional damage on you, you know what I mean? But it was still really cute. When in Rome, yes. Practice Makes Perfect, yes, immediately. Sarah Adams. Night Shift, yes, so cute. Such an anticipated read of mine, and especially just because the cover is so cute. The 7-Year Slip, yes. 6-star read for me, so good. The Love Hypothesis, again, 6-star read, yes, 100%. Love on the Brain, yes. Pretty much all the Ali Hazelwood books. I have not read this. This is the only one of her books that I have not read, and I cannot wait to. All these, yes, 1000%, so good. And I might even try my first audiobook for The Deep End, one of her kind of new releases, I guess. I don't know if it's been released yet, but I do want to try out like an audiobook, so maybe I'll try it out with that. But yeah. The Heartstopper series, yes, so cute. I started watching the TV show before I started reading it, but when I got it, I stopped watching the TV show just so I could read it before I get into it, and so I didn't have too many spoilers. So good. A bit unconventional with like the illustrations in it, but just continue with it. Do what I did and be like, okay, it's fine, I'll try something new, or if it's not new for you, then just please read it. It's so cute. The Deal, The Mistake, again, Al Kennedy. This series was one of the best, like, romance series in general. Absolutely loved it. The Blonde Identity, maybe. I mean, it was still good. It was just nothing, like, special or anything. But yeah, I would still probably recommend it. Just, like, it wouldn't be the first thing that came to mind. A Show for Two by Tashi Bukian, yes, 6-star read for me. So cute. Please don't write it off because it's YA. It's one of the cutest books ever for me. The Boys of Thomas series. If you have seen me talking about books, read anything at all, you'll see that Binding 13 or one of the rest of these books is pretty much always in one of my videos. This is my favorite series. These are literally my Roman Empire. I cannot like speak. It's just, I'm speechless every time I think about this. I've been thinking about it for months. It's been months since I read it. This series is seriously the best thing that ever happened to me. Amazing. All of them 100,000% yes. If you wanted me to rate the books, like, this is kind of like saying all of them were basically 6 stars. It's like trying to rank your 6-star reads. It's like that. But Johnny and Shannon are always going to be number one in my heart. I just like they are my Roman Empire in my Roman Empire. The Spanish Love Deception, yes. The American Roommate Experiment, maybe. They were so sweet. It just really didn't do it for me. So I don't know. It's still kind of a maybe. Counting Down with You by Tashi Buhian, a yes again. Tashi Buhian is such a good author. I have one of her books on my TBR, which I cannot wait to read. My Killer Vacation by Tessa Bailey, yes again. This made me love Tessa Bailey's writing a lot more. Like the Christina Lauren book as well, what that did with me. The Fine Print, this trilogy, yes, in general. I think it was really cute. Yes, this book, I cannot wait to read this one. Maybe, I don't know. It's kind of, I mean, it's your taste, you know? It just wasn't really my kind of taste. When Gracie Met the Grump, yes. Mariana Zapata again. Yes, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Literally one of the craziest, most amazing books I've ever read. I love Taylor Jenkins Reid writing, and I cannot wait to read One True Loves by her as well. I think, honestly, she's going to become one of my favorite authors just from this book. Oh my gosh, we're on the last two, like, shelves here. Once Upon a K-Prom, yes, so cute. Childhood Friends to Lovers. It's honestly, I just thought it was really, really cute, and I loved it, honestly, in my opinion. Okay, I'm trying to take a breath because I've been going at this. I think this video is gonna be like an hour or something crazy. I don't know. The Long Game by Elena Armis, yes, really cute. Sarah Adams, again, immediately 100,000% yes. Effortless with You. I hated the cover, so I put this off. I was like, I've never heard of this anywhere. I heard of this just because I was like on Goodreads and I like saw it randomly. I read the blurb and I was like, oh, that looks cute. I added it. I read this, 6 stars. So cute, so good. I loved it. Honestly, what can I say? I just loved it. Maybe it just did it for me then. It was a yes. Say You Swear. Yes, 1,000% yes. But if you cry easily, make sure to bring a tissue box next to you. I'm not saying it's a sad ending. I'm just saying you won't need tissues. The Stand-In by Lily Chu, maybe. Leaning more in the nose. Love Light Farms by BK Borson, no. I'm sorry, it just didn't do it for me. I wanted it to do it for me. It didn't. Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark, yes, so good. I loved them, and I cannot wait to read the 3rd book in this trilogy. I don't want it to end. A Not So Meet Cute, yes. Maybe, if I have to say maybe, but like definitely more in the yes direction. Going on with the Anna Huang books, this Kings of Sin series, which I think there's still another 3 books to come. Yes. This one was definitely my favorite in the series. So good. Love Anna Huang's writing, but I still stand by the Twisted series. Twisted Lies, my favorite. Always going to be my favorite. This Is How You Fall in Love. Yes, I think this is such a cute book, and I think that all teenagers need to read this to realize, like, you know, I don't know, it's just something so special about it. There's like a message in there. I cannot say it without spoiling the book. But I think that everybody should read this, honestly. If you saw my short, books I think everyone should read once in their lifetime, this was on there. It has such an important message. By Thread by Lucy Score, honestly, yes. If I had to say, leaning more into the maybe, just because it didn't really do it for me, some parts of this. But still, a yes. Red, White, and Royal Blue. Yes, 1,000 times. Yes, it was so cute, so funny. Loved it. People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. Maybe. I didn't really love this, but it was so cute. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. Maybe. Moving Into the Nose. I just really didn't like it. Honestly, I don't know what it was. That's why I kind of wrote off Tangled Up in You by Christina Lauren at first, but it ended up kind of pushing me in the right direction, making me like it a lot more. The Match and the Enemy by Sarah Adams. Yes, again, just because Sarah Adams. Raiders of the Lost Heart by Joe Segura. Yes. I loved it. There was so much mystery, so much stuff in there. And then last but not least, the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. Yes, and I cannot wait to read more Abby Jimenez books because it was such a cute book. So good. I binge read it in like 5 hours. I had to go to like a couple of different events that day, and I basically read during those events, which is probably not polite, but what can you do? It was so good. I didn't realize it was the second book in the series though, so kind of watch out for that. Search up like the orders of the series before you read them, but still, I don't think it really harmed me reading the second book first, but yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was quite a long video. I just thought I'd make it extra long anyway since I haven't posted in 2 weeks, just to make up for that. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys for watching if you guys made it this far. Tell me if you guys want me to do this with my TBR. I might just do it anyway, just because I like to yap about these things. I mean, obviously, since, well, booktube, book talk, all that. But definitely go check out my Linktree in my bio. It has my Goodreads. Go add me on there as a friend. Go follow me on there. If you want to see my reviews or what my current reads are. I love having new friends on Goodreads, friends in general, book friends. Go check out my TikTok. I post stories on there quite often. Well, I'm trying to do it more often, but yeah. I also have Pinterest where I do little like boards for different books. And also, thank you guys for every like, comment, subscribe, share, whatever, just view in general. It's made such a difference. We've come so far. Oh my gosh, I keep on getting interrupted by this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.